Hello. So, it's me with my face for a change. So I'm doing this instead of writing a report because apparently people actually do want to hear what I'm doing, and I haven't been writing up anything lately. So someone suggested doing this instead. So hello, we're going to do this as a test run and see how it goes. If it goes all right, we'll start doing some recordings at events, chatting to people, and some interviews. As you can see, I'm on my own with some lovely Christmassy lights behind me, which they're not Christmassy, they'll be up all year. And I'm joined with Bobber. Hello. But yeah, anyway, moving on from that one. So this weekend was at the Warlords, the Weekend Warlords. I think everyone in the UK has pretty much heard of them, or at least tried to get down there. I've continued the run of using Boba Guri because Guri is the ship that's most interested me in 2.0 so far, but about to be taken out of hyperspace anyway. But it's got my interest going in 2.0 anyway. So, got notes, because otherwise my notes are all on my phone, which you lot are looking at me from. Right, so my list, which is, I don't know if it's close to traditional Boba Guri, but probably quite similar. Guri's got outmaneuver. I'm reading off this, that's why I'm looking at a different direction. Outmaneuver, the title, shield, advanced sensors. The toss up was advanced sensors collision detector, but collision detector twice a game, advanced sensors every turn, and some of the stuff you can do with advanced sensors is absolutely mental. Title shield for obviously one reason, 2 shields. I don't think I actually used the boost once, so I never needed to, or it never come up. And outmaneuver because Guru of outmaneuver hits very hard. Bobber. Has trick shot because it's cheap. Probably something won't be cheap on the 28th, but we'll see how that goes. Because everyone's got trick shot on the list if you've got points. IG88D, I think, or whatever it is. Double can collect basically, because mods, especially with Duke around. His Palab can't steal them. What else did it stop? I don't know, Vader. Use one Vader. Handgunner. Again, it's just stupid. It's too cheap. Just gives me so many mods, it's unbelievable. Marauder title, mods, and lets me have handgunner. And prox mines, because have had seismics, I've had no bombs, but prox mines this weekend, something different, which is quite hilarious. Right, so round 1 on Saturday. So played both days. Both days were five rounds. I think it was 36 of 34 players or 36 of 36. Either way, at the Warlords, it's always a tough crowd. You have players like Sim, world champion, Rasta, last year's European champion. You've got more regional winners than you can shake a stick at. And this weekend was even joined by a lovely guy from Australia. No, he's not. Austria. Christian. Didn't get to play him. Had a nice little chat, but hopefully get to play him in the end when he's back. So, round 1. I was up a bit of a joke this one. Me and Wookie end up playing almost every month. And so, naturally, me and Kev, round 1. And he's playing this really nifty list of 4 Phantoms with 4 Dukes. It's going to hurt. And it did. This was actually streamed on the Warlords YouTube channel, so I won't actually speak about much about it except the result. And so you go over there and check it out and subscribe. I don't know, Twitch premium stuff, whatever else you can do from. So I did put out a win on this one with a very, very close game. My dice did go a little bit mental, really good mental. But watch the stream and you can see that one yourself. So 200 to 143, so it's close. Round 2, it was Ryan. He's the Sunday commentator. So you probably have heard Ryan if you watched the Warlord stream anyway. And he's playing Lulu, or Lula, whatever the A-Wing's called, which goes around, shoots stuff and blows up. And 2 bombers. Both bombers had veteran. The thing where lets you shoot twice, once in your main, once out of arc, or twice out of gun arcs. I've been paying so much attention to 2.0. But yeah. This didn't go overly well for Ryan. He was mix of bad dice and the A-Wing going down very quickly. The A-Wing traded 5 dice shot with Bobber because he had stress, trick shot. Yep, for rock range 1. Did 5 shots to me. I took 2 shields on Bobber. I done the same back with him with trick shot. Did put him down to 1 hole. Next turn, dropped the procs. And then it was the case of hunting 2 bombers down, and Bobber and Guri did it relatively easy in the end, and it was 200-0. I think both of my ships were only 1 damage off of half points. So, but Ryan was unlucky. His red dice were terrible. His bombers couldn't, when they were shooting, they just weren't doing anything. It was just unlucky. Round 3, we had Laszlo. Now, Laszlo, I don't know if I played him before, actually. It was my first game against him. It was a good game. He's running 2 quad jumpers. Seavol in the Mining Guild tie. Need to get myself one of those. Cavill with all the jam. He had the handgunner, the proton tops, the dorsal. You know it all. And Palop title and trick shot. He won this one. It was a game of swings and swings, but he flew really well. He took Guri down in 2 shots, which hurt. Guri was tractor beamed, and so he took a lot of damage on one of them shots. And Bobber pushed enough damage through to kill. What's it called? Killed Gavel. That's the one. Gavel. Half pointed his tie and half pointed a quad, I think, something like that. Because I got 91 points, so I think Cavil's about 60. 60 something, maybe. But no, yeah, so Laszlo, yeah, beat me. Fair. Good player. It's a quite an interesting list, actually. I've actually took a copy of his list somewhere because I'm interested in flying it if it survives the 28th. But no, he went on to make the final. Spoiler alert, he didn't win the final, but that will be streamed. And I think he's going to stream a few times. But yeah. Round 4. Tim King from Element Games. Sif Takers, I think they are. Great game. We had a bit of a laugh. Again, Tim was a bit unlucky. He tried to trap Guri in, and Guri did Guri things and got out of the trap. It was a 200-0 victory to me, which hurt because he was running 4 T70s. So he's got the firepower to rip my ships to shreds. It was just unlucky. A mix of accidentally forgetting to flip the cards back so he could barrel roll, so he could have more dice instead of barrel rolling, which hurt him a few times, and just not being able to get all 4 guns shooting at one ship hurt him a lot. He got very trapped in a corner at one point with Guri and Bobber dancing around him. So another 200-0 win. That was a good game though, good laugh. And in round 5 was against Bam Bam, everyone's favourite ginger, except Lewis. It was running 2 U-wings. Every time I hate playing this list. But this time he had Jan. Last time I played him, he had a Lyric. But as I say, he had Cassian, Magva, Jan Ors. I can't remember the exact upgrades, but basically, both got advanced sensors. Both U-wings finish with a focus and evade every turn, and they have Duke. So that's tough and it's hard to take down. It was not going very well for me, and Guri got lucky to take out Jan. And then I can't remember which one of my ships died. I think Bobber went down, and I think Guri was just able to mop up. I won, but it was 200 to 145, so it was very, very close. It's just so tough when you've got focus and evade, and you just can't hit it hard enough because it's just going to dodge everything you chuck at it anyway. And the U-wings having that 90 turn, it's just amazing. I love them. I keep meaning to try them out a bit more than I have actually, to be fair, but let's give them a go. So 4-1, Bobber Guri. Can't complain with that one. Not the Weekend Warlords anyway. And I finished me 3rd. So, all good. So I went back on Sunday, and again, very tough crowd. Oh, so sorry, back to Saturday. Christian from Austria won. So he travels all the way down to the Weekend Warlords and smashes it up and goes 5-0. So yeah, he's an amazing player. Had a very nice Imperial list. I haven't got a copy of it. I'll see if we can dig it out. So, back to Sunday. So, round 1. I'll get attacked by a cat here. Back in a second. So, attacked by a cat. He's coming back to attack me again now. Come on, say hello. There you go, you're on video now. So, right, so Sunday, round 1. I'm playing Bobber Guri again, exact same list, no changes in upgrade. I had to play Rob from the Cloud City team. Now, if you don't know who Cloud City are, you should do. They're one of the podcasts in the UK. And they do really well with Lee Williams, and they've got a full team now. I can't remember the team, if it's Cloud City team or something like that. But yeah, he's a great guy, Rob. He's playing Ray and obviously the Falcon, Resistance, and Vinny in the Bomber. So 2 quite tough ships to take down, and it was very, very close. A lot of jousting back and forth. Bobber trading some shields with Ray for some shields back. Generally, Bobber was coming off a lot worse. Guri was just being a pain, just dancing around, but he was taking damage. But it got to a stage where Ray went down. Bobber's got 2 left, but one of them but he has got a fuel leak on him, so 1 crit him in trouble. Guri had 2 left at this point, so Resistance Bomber is in a good position. If he drops a proton, Bobber can't get out of it. Bobber's dead, fuel leak. Guri can only just get out of it, but has to scarper really, really quick. And the bomber's not, he's probably got 3-4 left at this point, I think. But he forgets to drop it, which puts Bobber in range one of his bomber, and Guri in range one of his bomber. A take-off ball for shoots. But another day, if he remembers to drop that, Bobber's dead. And Guri could have easily been dead or dragged the game out because Guri's going to struggle at that point. It was a really good game, really good fun game actually. So it was 292. The only thing about playing Bobber Guri is when it has been a tight game, the MOV doesn't always show it. Only losing 92 points when realistically it felt like I lost a lot more than that. So round 2, I played Alexandro, the little Italian from the Weekend Warlords, and the cat's coming back again. He wants to be on team again. There he is. Hello. So he's playing Whisper, Redline and Death Rain. All the tricks, as you probably know what they all are now. Whisper, Vader, Duke, Proton Torps, and I can't remember which way around it is. I think it's Death Rain with the bombs. I think so. Fair enough. It's gone again. Right, so this was an interesting game. It wasn't going overly well for me. Bobber went down and Redline went down. One of his punishers went down. And Guri was quite damaged at this point. Just took a Proton Torp himself. Guri was then knocked down to 1 hull for a few damage on his other punisher. But then at this point, I've got 1 hull Guri left against an untouched Whisper and probably full hull on the other punisher, just lost its shields. But Whisper does whispery things. Took a few turns of getting a bit lucky, dodging arcs, etc. Knocked the punisher out. Carried on doing the same and took Whisper down to 2 hull. On the last turn, I put a 4 straight in instead of a 2 straight, which is fine. And then I couldn't. Well, I probably should have scarpered, but I tried to be clever to get behind Whisper. Crashed into Whisper and got Vader off the board. Happened. So I got 158 points. He got 200, but it was a very, very close game. It turned out to be. Round 3 was against Miles. Now Miles is a player from Peterborough. He studied in medical university, I believe, a second. He must be much smarter than me. He's a clever lad, to be fair. And we was on stream for this game. And so I won't say him too much again, except this list was Wedge, Sabine, AP5, Janors. This was an amazing game. You've got to check it out on the Warlord stream. It's one of these games where I put Wedge down, actually. It was Luke, not Wedge. Luke Skywalker, Supernatural, AP5, Janors. Miles flew really, really well. But, beginning of the game, he had me. Middle of the game, he had me. End game, Guri did Guri things. And if you want some entertainment, though, Guri was running away from AP5. I tried to keep trying to engage AP5. Did get half points onto AP5, but AP5 was a bit of a sniper in that game. He was rolling range 3 shots, rolls a crit, and Guri was taking crits. So I pulled out a win, but probably shouldn't have. Miles really played really well in that game. So it was 185 to 145 to me. So next up, round 4. We were joined from players from Austria, but normally players like Saturday, the Element Game guys come down. And all weekend, we had Phil from Firestorm also down. So we had lot of travelling going down this weekend. And I was on enough to play him in round 4. Now, I was quite tired at this point, I was fell asleep. But he had Quick Draw, Blackout, and Midnight. Now, I'm PS5. He's got 2 PS6s. I'm sitting there going, oh, this is not going to go down well. And the cat would like to say hello again, been a pest. Hello. So I went straight after Blackout. PS5, I can move after him. Now, this is a funny one because Phil put 2 torps into Bobber. Did 2 shields? That was it. His dice were terrible. It was a case of he shot a range 3 torp at Bobber, got 1 hit. I rolled 2 green dice, got 2 blanks. That set the tone of the early to him. Blackout went down way too quick. Guri gets a couple of outmaneuver shots and Bobber just put some long range damage on. I did start taking a bit of a pounding, but in the end, it was a long end game. But Quick Draw, losing 1 shield at a time, but Quick Draw, as scary as Quick Draw is, doesn't have the mods. So bad dice on Phil's part was showing. No real mods to help out too much, and he's struggling to put damage through in the end. So Quick Draw did go down. Midnight sloop to try and catch Guri. Guri had one hole at this point, and he almost did, but bad dice again meant that he couldn't. And so, yeah, Midnight went down to Guri's shot because Midnight had Bobber locks at this point, and it was half points on both my ships, I believe. I haven't run the score them, so something like that. Round 5, I was up against Jag. He was playing triple Star Vipers, so I'm pretty sure there weren't that many Star Vipers over the weekend, except I had 1, he had 3. We're both quite tired at this point. I think he was quite tired as well. Flying triple Star Vipers would take it out to you, and I was pretty much ready to sleep. So we did very un-Star Viper things and kind of went at each other a little bit. But it was one of these games, first round of engagement, one of his Star Vipers just disappeared in the ball of dust, and the cat's attacking the camera. So yeah, it was a bit of a dicey game for Jag. It was horrible. I rolled hit, crit out of hand 2-3 times a sign. Keneal's just rolling 3 blanks. What can you do? But his list interests me. So all 3 had collision detector, so no advanced sensors. The PS3 guy had trick shot, and I think the PS4 Dallon and Guri had outmaneuver on his part. So it was going to be. I probably want the rematch where we're both round 1 and round 2, and we're both full awake and play a proper game of it, and dice a bit more average, it'd be a bit more closer, I think. But he played really well with them. Yeah, collision detector's quite clever actually on the staff. I've been now seeing it, but I still think I prefer advanced sensors on Guri. Maybe on the lower PS, collision detector makes a lot of sense. You go out of nowhere, block them. But Guri, I think advanced sensors huge. The amount of times I do it, a little barrel roll sloop behind them where they go, oh, I didn't see that coming. So that's 247 to me. So another 4-1, and I finished 4th. So Saturday 4th, Saturday 3rd, Sunday 4th. So quite consistent with Bobber Guri. I am going to drop Bobber Guri now. I've done it for 4 tournaments, all 4 at the Warlords. 4-1 in a Sunday event in December. 5-0 at the Princess Leia event at the end of December, which raised almost $2.5 for Make-A-Wish Foundation. And 4-1 twice this weekend. I want to try and get some resistance on the board, but we'll see how it goes. I'm not going to be playing before the 28th now, so we'll see what the points cost change brings. But we'll have to wait and see on that. So, yeah, that's it for now. The idea of this will be to actually start talking to people at events, getting a few interviews, chatting to them, and doing this throughout the day. And then at the end of the day, I'll put it all together and post it on YouTube. I'm not going to do it live because I'll probably break my internet. But yeah, so that's the idea of this. So let's see how it goes. So yeah, see you next time.